Several states are seeing cyber attacks on their water systems. This comes after Minnesota reported 30 of its state water systems faced a coordinated cyber attack last week. Now, since then, local authorities in New Jersey, South Dakota, and Georgia have all said they faced similar attacks. Additionally, North Carolina says it said this port system was also attacked. I want to bring in CBS News Homeland Security correspondent Nicole Skanga. Nicole, what are you learning about the hacks today?
Yeah, this is a growing concern, attacks on America's water and wastewater systems. These incidents spreading, as you mentioned, to more states, and CBS News has confirmed that at least a dozen states have been impacted, with officials suggesting that as more and more of these disruptions are discovered, they expect more and more states to come forward. So right now we know about over 30 water utilities in Minnesota, but we also know about a couple of water utilities that have been affected in New Jersey, at least 9 in Michigan, as well as South Dakota and Georgia. In Clayton County, which is a community under Atlanta that serves about 300,000 individuals, there was such a loss in water pressure that they had to have a boil advisory up for several hours. Service was later restored, but still very concerning for that community. Now, as of now, there have been no impact to the drinking water. The drinking water is still safe, but what hackers are doing are essentially accessing remote control capabilities, forcing operators into manual mode. Hackers are targeting these sort of internet-connected systems that control or monitor our water and wastewater systems, and that gives them access to pumps, valves, water pressure. Investigators do suspect that Iran-linked hackers could be behind the attacks, but they haven't made any formal attribution, and typically that process takes several months in order to figure out who exactly can be behind something like this. We do know that the FBI has said that these attackers are changing passwords and IP addresses connected to these systems, essentially locking operators out. The tactics do resemble a 2023 campaign by the Cyber Avengers, which is a group that has been linked to the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps. During that hack, they tapped into water system controllers using simply the default passwords. So again, cyber experts I've been talking to are saying these are relatively basic hacks. They're not very sophisticated, which means it could be a number of groups behind it, but looking like Iran. Cyber experts also tell us that manual operations are not really an easy long-term fix, especially for small utilities with limited staffing. Folks in rural areas, workers might need to do double or even triple shifts to keep the water flowing. Bottom line here is that these attacks don't have to be very sophisticated to be disruptive. Many small utilities have basic control equipment that is exposed directly to the internet, and hackers right now are taking advantage of it.
Really scary stuff. Nicole Skanga, thank you so much.
It's official. The Jersey